now we have this beautiful thing called raw capture, which has become really popular in the last few days, in the last few years, and finding the software so that you can get the most out of that image is something I think that's really important, and a lot of people on the production and post-production end are really concerned about. So when I was able to import R3Ds natively and correct the raw files through SpeedGrade or even just in Premiere, that changed my thinking. That changed a lot. That reframed what I knew to be the post-production workflow, going in and transcoding and then going back online, which I think works in some production models, or post-production models, but not necessarily ours. So, yeah.
Are you guys finding that you're working more and more with raw? Yes, both of you, either?
Yeah, I mean, definitely everything that I'm doing now, if I can skip the transcode time, that's great. Just like being able to come in and work with it immediately. For example, I directed second unit on a feature-length documentary film that shot in New Orleans in October, for the month of October, and I talked to the producer about using Premiere as I'm editing it as well. And it was just an amazing tool to be able to come back to the sort of production hub every night and be able to just throw the clips up and see what we've shot and realize that we get what we needed and we need to go back. I mean, it's an amazing tool.
It's interesting that you bring up actually documentary as well, because another thing that I see across this panel is really like we're talking about some really big budget projects and some really small budget projects, and the fact that you're all using those same tools. What do you guys think about this democratization of filmmaking, and what long-term effects do you think that's going to have? You nodded, so you get the mic.
All right, well, I guess this is very applicable to YouTube, because you see people all across the board with very limited technology, very limited budgets, very limited camera equipment, editing tools, everything. And these people also, what we know to be the YouTuber, are usually not film school people. They're not filmmakers in the traditional sense, but hey, there they are making films and getting hundreds of thousands of views to just talk in front of a camera. I think the thing that I usually parallel this is when the democratization of photography, when that happened, when Kodak came out with their Brownie camera, and there was a huge, people who were photographers were so upset that this technology was in the hands of any person who could go out and call their work art. Come to where we are now, and now we have that technology on our cell phones, and anybody can be a photographer on Instagram and a filmmaker. It's a great thing that's happening in the film industry now, that anybody can hold a camera and make a video. It only provides more voices to be heard, and the message really to take away from this is that the industry is going to change. Hollywood's going to change. It's not just going to be Hollywood anymore. How awesome is that?
Well, it really